Hello everyone, I am Shay Dillon, Principal of Constant Spring Primary and Junior High School. I'm really happy to share some tips and tricks with you regarding the reopening of school for September 2020. Indeed, I want to speak with you on the matter of health and safety, as that must be your priority as educators. It's very important that we take care of all persons who will be coming on campus each day, and proper plans must be made to ensure that all persons are safe at all times. It is important to establish a protocol, and this protocol must be captured in a manual. This manual must be shared with the board and also ratified. This manual must also be shared with all stakeholders, so persons are fully aware of what is expected in terms of our operations at school. It is important too, as school leaders, that we establish the requisite teams to support the proper reopening of schools. So you must identify your sanitization team, your curriculum team, your logistics team, your deployment team, especially as it relates to social distancing. So the Ministry of Education is suggesting that we ensure that the students are 6 feet or 2 meters apart. And so the logistics team is very important in ensuring that this social distancing is maintained. Also, it is important to bring to bear the importance of the students maintaining social distancing, not only inside of the classrooms, but outside. And so those persons must be identified on staff who can provide the proper supervision outside of the classroom. So you want to have persons who are marshalling the students, ensuring that the students are moving along the campus safely, the students are exiting the campus safely, and so on. It is very important that these teams are established. In addition to establishing these teams, it is important that the roles that each member of the team plays is established. All right, so for example, persons who are on the logistics team, they need to understand the importance of their role in maintaining social distancing, organizing the classrooms, looking at the space available on campus, doing a proper inventory to ensure that if additional materials are needed, resources are needed, furniture is needed, then these are sourced within the requisite time. As it relates to persons entering the campus, it is important that all the students present a medical certificate so you can ascertain their health status. This information will be used to decide as to what support we can give to those students. If they need to be staying home, to be given additional support in terms of online training. That is very important for us to have that system in place where the students are properly screened. All persons who are entering on the campus must wear a mask. Their temperatures must be checked and their hands must be sanitized upon entering the campus. If it is that we check and a child's, for example, temperature is elevated, then it is important that this child be taken immediately to the isolation area on the campus. And also the parents must be contacted immediately. And of course, the isolation room must be properly retrofitted with the requisite materials. A bathroom must be in place, a thermometer must be in place, a blood pressure machine should be there to ensure that the child is taken care of. I know the challenge that we have as administrators, especially at the primary level, with the lack of a school nurse, but we have to be creative in terms of engaging other persons. Probably a practical nurse could be placed within this area to assist. Every school's context is different, so please bear in mind how you're going to be planning for the reopening of school with respect to how best to serve your students. So consider please the context and then ensure that you make the best plans regarding your deployment. Here at Constant Spring Primary and Junior High School, one of the options that we may consider to ensure that our students are properly facilitated on campus, we maintain social distancing and all stakeholders are safe, is that we may allow grades 1 to 3 students to come to school 2 days for the week. Grades 4 to 6 students, will come for the remainder of the week. Another tip to consider is that you may want to limit the number of persons entering the campus. So it must be clearly communicated to the parents that, they may not be allowed to enter the campus, of course, because of safety reasons. It is important too that based on your location, you designate different entry points just to minimize on the number of students actually accessing the campus each day. You may also want to consider, colleagues, staggering the time that each grade level enter the campus. So this will ensure that you maximize on your space and also minimize the volume of persons who are entering the campus at a given time. Colleagues, I hope that you find these tips and tricks useful. Thanks so much for listening, and all the best for the reopening of school.